What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elite Dangerous. Last episode we had our 200 episode milestone where we took a little trip down memory lane. I hope you guys enjoyed all of that. But we're back on our main present day course again. So this episode, I don't really know exactly what I want to do. I'll probably go into doing some bounty hunting, I think. I'm not really sure, but one thing I want to do is I decided that I'm going to, while I'm here, or at least I think it was here. Yes, material trader. Okay, so while I'm here, before I leave, since not every station has a material trader, I do think that I want to do some trading for materials. Now, I had received a comment that talked about always trading down, which makes sense. It's like, for example, if I click on the heat exchanger, if I'm reading this correctly, it would take one of these, but we get 3 of the heat exchangers. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the one thing that I noticed is the... was it shield sensors? One of these I have a lot of, and I can spare a bit more of. Now, why it won't trade some of these, I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough? Yeah, that's probably what it is. These require 36. Let's try it with the shield sensor. I want to see, because I might be reading this wrong. If we go down, maybe it's... if we're going back, maybe it requires 1 and gives me 6? I'm not really 100% positive on the way that the screen layout is working. It seems like this would make sense, 1 to 3, but I don't know if I want to go... I mean, everybody tells me go down, but I don't know if I need these for later, so let's try it with one of these since I have so many of them. Okay, so we were correct. It's the input that you need is on top, but what you receive is on the bottom. So that's probably why trading down is always the better option, because you go from lowest to highest. Actually, all of these are more input than gain, unless it's in the same row. That's interesting. Okay. Everything else... wait, no. Yeah. No, is it? That's shielding. Where's the heat one? There it is. So everything else that I can trade goes down. Like, it takes 2, you get 1. This is the only one where it only takes 1, you get 2. Or 3. So I don't remember how many of these I need. But for now, I don't know if this is the smart option or not. It's what I have at the moment. So I'm going to trade these down. And see what we can do. Because I think that's what I needed to continue doing remote work. Now let's see, we have one of these. Now the interesting part here is this has a check. This is heat dispersion plates. Oh, well that's interesting. I hope I didn't use all my... did I use all my dispersion plates? No, they were heat vanes. Okay. Whew. I thought for a minute, I was like, no, tell me I wasn't that stupid. Oh, there's dispersion plates. Okay. Let's do 1. Let's see what that does. Because I think I need the heat exchangers for tier 3. What I'm trying to look at is if I actually need to go back to the workshop directly, or if I can get tier 3 with them here. That's what I'm wondering about. Because, see, this has a check mark. These do not. So I'm wondering if I have to do more. And I think these... I don't know which one was my main. Let's go with this guy. Alright, let's do one more. Let's see what happens. I'm still not seeing a check on this, but this is not... okay. Craft modules at Engineer's Workshop to improve your reputation and unlock this blueprint. See, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, you have to craft it. I think I'm gonna try and head back to the workshop, because something's not clicking here, and I think I need the rest of the interface to figure out what I actually need to do. Alrighty, so we have arrived at Black Hive, once again at the Dwellers, I believe, place of residence. So current access is grade 2. It does say next unlock, but it's kind of grayed out, so I'm wondering if we could have just done this from the workshop, but, you know, why not? We'll see. I don't know where all this stuff got hurt, because it was fine before, but whatever. Restock should be fine. Fuel we just did. Alright. Oh, I didn't know there was a commodities market here. I guess that makes sense. Contacts, combat bond. Alright, so let's check the workshop here. Let's see what we're looking at. We could also work on our power distributor. Let's see what's available to us. We were already doing the charged. Ooh, we do have enough to do that. Some of this as well. But let's see what it says for our beam lasers, shall we? So, grade 3 is still not unlocked, but what I'm going to try and do... Oh, it shows me up at the top there. See, that's what I was missing, is to see what actually needed to be done, kind of thing, to progress. That one's pretty far along. One of these... Yeah, this one could use it. So we'll go ahead and do that. And that should give us tier 3. There we go. Now, it jumped us way into tier 3 access. So... Wait. To craft higher... I did that, didn't I? Grade 3 access. Beam lasers. Now I have grade 3. Okay, whatever. I don't get it. Okay, so exceptional scrambled emission chromium and heat exchangers. What does the power distributor need? Chemical process. Okay, so these look to be separate. Okay. Theoretically, anyway. Chromium heat. Yeah, I don't see them being as primary. Now, when we get these done, there's... What did it say? What happened? Oh, information. Wait, what? Invitation. I might be able to add upgrades to that ship of yours if you're interested. I've added my location to your galaxy map. Feel free to visit if we can do business together. Marcia Hicks. Oh, so I must have accessed... Learned some information about a new engineer. So I must have accessed them... Okay, I read them both. You can go away now. I must have accessed them from doing stuff with the Dweller. Let's see. Marcia Hicks. Learn about Marcia Hicks from the Dweller. Okay. Because you attain exploration rank of Surveyor. Interesting. Initial contract of mining 10 units of osmium. Okay. Who was the other one that just popped up? I guess it was this one. Learn access from public data source, Pilot Federation. I thought it was somebody else. It was Liu Chang. Lei Shung, not Liu Chang. I can't read. Liu Chung? I'm not really sure how that should be pronounced. Access by traded in over 50 markets. Wow. But that's a shield generator engineer, so that's cool. What does Marcia do? Ballistic weaponry, fuel scoops, refinery, and limpet controllers. I did not know you could actually do limpet control. Holy crap, she's so far away. 21,000 light years. Where in the world is she located? Holy crap. Wait, is she one of the Colonia ones? One of the new ones? It's in the... Tur. That's the star. It's in Tur. Okay. This is along my Sagittarius A route, though. Okay, so we're back over there. So this may be... Yeah, it's Colonia. I just highlighted it. I've panned back far enough. It's right around Colonia. So this is one of the new Colonia engineers. Okay. That makes sense. Because, now that I think about it, I recall them saying you had to interact with the ones in the core systems before the, yeah. Now this one's interesting because I was talked to by him, but I don't actually have access to him. That's weird. But yeah, so that must... Marcia's definitely one of the Colonia ones. Because I was like, 21,000 light years away. That's a long way away. Who else am I at grade 3 with? Frame shift drives and shield generators. I don't remember being at grade 3 with her. Interesting. Whatever. Okay, so in the interest of not boring you all any further than I might have already done, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I can on both my beam lasers and my power distributor. I think I'm gonna try and get this as far as it'll go and then switch to another one. I'm thinking of generating, or modifying one as far as I can go, with whatever materials I need. Now, it says I have 10 attempts, and I don't know how many it'll take. I think it takes around 5 or something, but we'll see. So I will see what I can get done. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. So that seems like one's done. Or at least mostly done. Alright, now this one I don't have anymore, but I don't know if you could actually do more, like keep doing them if you've already got the 3rd grade. Anyways, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to work on the power distributor and see where we end up. Alrighty, so not only did we improve our beam lasers and our power distributor significantly, we also ended up with grade 4 access, so it actually raised my power distributor up to a higher tier than I thought I could. Now, I can't actually do it because I'm missing a component. But yeah, we got all of these up to a tier 3. Now, I will say this. I'm not 100% sure if it's necessary. For example, I can only go up to 3 here, so I don't know that if I went to another engineer with 4, would it open. But you'll notice these have actual check marks on them. I noticed that, let's see if there was there, did I actually get one? No, but the amount of progress that's made varies. Like, one of these I did in only 3 attempts, and it was like fully maxed out almost. But because they're not fully maxed out, if I had more, I could actually run it again, and I believe there reaches a point where there's a little check mark on them. But I didn't get that far. With here's an example. Like, I have these 2 are the 1 and 2 are checked. The 3rd one is not, but I can have access to the 4th one. Now, as soon as I generate this, it usually check marks this. It's like that little gap right there that you can see where it's not fully all the way making a full circle. And so technically I could run this again. Now, I don't know that I'm going to do that because actually it doesn't really seem like I need it for anything. So let's try it and see if it'll work. See, it moves just a little bit more. And I think if I did it enough times to fully circle, then it would check this without me doing this. Now, I believe if you just go to the next tier, then it's just going to reset it. It's just going to mark this as cleared because you're already moving on to the next one. What I'm going to do is, for now, we're going to pin that blueprint because we can't do any more with our beam lasers with this engineer. But we can do more with our power distributor. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about is if we look at the engineers panel, if there's a way for me to identify what tiers they go up to. See, this says grade 4, but it doesn't really tell me how high up he'll take the actual beam lasers or whatever, because it says power distributors, pulse lasers. Is there one that says beams, maybe? That's what I'm wondering. Ballistic weaponry, power distributors, power plants, missiles, mines, multi-cannons, shield boosters, laser weaponry. But see, I don't see anyone that just says beams. So I'm wondering if you can only go up to grade 3 or not. I'm not really sure about that. It's not entirely clear to me because we do have past grade 3 access, but he can't do any more than 3 on the beam lasers. And I'm not really sure if there's a way to identify somebody as what they can do to go higher, or if it's just what they're listed at, like power distributors, pulse lasers, maybe that I can go up to 4, but because they're beams, maybe I can only go to 3. I don't really know. But yeah, let's see, the frame shift drive shield generator, they may be, I don't know what I need for that. That might be another place we might want to visit. Like I said, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do this episode. Actually, let's make sure we plot the route by the... I think that the star class is, like, I think I already had the route set up to only calculate by refuelable routes, but it never hurts, because I think there's an option under, where is it, routes, Fastest route... No, I guess not. I thought there was a thing that mentioned only scoopable stars, but I guess doing it this way works as well. Apply filter to route. Anyways, so that is how far away? That is 11 jumps? That's not bad. I'm tempted to do that or to test out our new stuff and see if we can find... Ooh, there's a conflict zone. I was kind of hoping for a resource site. Anyways, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm going to check around and icy and rocky. I'm looking for metal rich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel around to different places and see if we can find one. Basically, I'm going to head towards this other engineer, and if I can find a resource extraction site along the way, we're going to check it out. If not, then we'll just head over there. I think that's the best way to do it. One fun thing, though, that I did not know is you can actually really mess with the audio of the game. And what I mean by that is I noticed that when I was doing the Galnet radio, that every time I would warp or jump or anything like, or hyperdrive, sorry, I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. It's hyperdrive, frame shift drive, not warp. But for example, let me see if I can do it. So instead of it saying charging or frame shift drive and then counting down 4, 3, 2, I actually can turn that off, and I didn't know you could do that. You can also adjust what disables the Galnet, and so I turned off everything like just voice stuff like hyperspace, fuel scooping, all that kind of stuff, and only made it to where if it's like an interdiction, you're under attack, things like that. But I also managed to change the voice to where it doesn't just tell us landing gears deployed, fuel scoop deployed, cargo scoop, all that. I turned all that off because it's kind of redundant. I already know that I'm doing that. I turned it on. But I left on stuff like, you know, taking damage and heat warnings and stuff like that. But all basically like the warnings, but just the run-of-the-mill, hey, by the way, you're frame shifting or something like that. I turned that kind of stuff off. Which is really kind of cool. And I also realized that the home button on my keyboard is mapped to do the Galnet, so you can just push it. And it just keeps going. And now it's off. And I also checked, apparently I did already have the fighter keys hotkeyed. Here's another one that it doesn't say frame shift drive charging and stuff like that, which is nice for especially for video making. It wouldn't bother me so much as just a player. I think it kind of gives you a person to... It keeps space less lonely. You know, it's like the ship's talking to you kind of thing. You don't feel like you're just by yourself out in space, but when you're trying to do commentary and stuff, it kind of gets in the way, which is annoying. But the other thing was that I found the map keys for my my fighter, and so it's like 9 on the keypad will direct me to the fighter controls, and then I think 2 is my fire at will, and then 8 is my recall. So essentially I just have to hit 9, hit deploy, come back up to the main screen. It's not doing it in this screen, it looks like, but I could just go down, hit deploy, then back up, and then I can just hit 2, and then I can hit 8 when I want to recall it. So that's a pretty cool little trick as well. Alrighty, so along the way on to our new, our new engineer that we were headed towards, I did end up finding a resource extraction site. So we're going to try... I'm hitting the wrong button or something because it's not coming up with my fighter controls, but whatever. We're going to deploy our fighter.
Solid copy. Deploying
and then let's see if the, There we go.
Systems online.
So that button works. Oh, it only comes up with the order panel, not the launch panel. Okay, so that's what Hello? Can I... I hate when I'm stuck like this. the difference between the head look and the actual lock look. So I have a target here. I don't know if he's wanted. He's shooting at people, so I imagine. Let's find out. Actually, you know what? I should disable the discovery scanner when I deploy my hard points. I should put that in, like, category 2 or something. Actually, that won't disable it, will it?
Under attack.
It'll only disable if I go above my power plant's level, I suppose. Alright. So, let's see what our new power distributor and our new lasers do. If I can actually get around on this guy without running into him. That was actually pretty slick.
Warning. Thermal attack.
Ouchie.
Under attack. Target shields.
Alright, so our power distributor and the efficiency of the beams put together is pretty great, I have to admit. So I'm happy about that. That works pretty well. Get over here. And the way that I upgraded the power distributor is for recharge, not... Ugh! Did you see that? I actually dodged something. I'm so proud of myself.
Target shields.
Yeah. Yeah.
Confirmed kill.
That went really well. That went really well. I'm happy about that. And I do feel bad because part of me feels like I need to be... Whoa, what is going on there? We got some circlers going on. Part of me feels like I need to be picking up this debris in order to, again, be engineering my stuff. And the other part of me has, like, the video maker side. Like, I don't want to bore you guys with just me sitting there while I collect stuff. So, by the way, I didn't really specify... Ow. I didn't really specify, but we are in a hazardous, so there's no system authority people, so I have to keep that in mind. Wow, I didn't really even have to use my, I didn't have to use my multi-cannons for that one at all. Get a scout. Wait a minute. Is that mine? There's a limpet collector out here. I don't think that's mine. Unless I accidentally deployed something. I don't think I did. So... yeah, so I'm really liking the weapons, the engineered weapons. Is that a scout? Oh, dropship. Hello. Where'd he go? That must have been what just passed me, actually. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm actually... Oh. I almost started opening up on him. He is wanted, but I hadn't scanned him yet. So that would have been a bad idea. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the results of the engineering thing because I haven't really gotten to the heat area where it's like, you know, you're overheating. I haven't really gotten to where I was totally out of power for weapons. Now, grant you, like, even right now, I'm just like holding on. So that's working pretty well. Now I want to take this guy out relatively quickly because if he says he's part of a 3-wing and I don't know who else is his friends, I'd really rather not find out. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Ooh, I need to watch my shields a wee bit here. I'm not gonna bother scanning him. I'm just gonna take him out.
Target shield.
Looks like a Viper Mark IV, is it? Yeah, okay. Okay! Now we're talking.
Confirmed kill.
Now we're talking. I'm really happy with this. Between the power distributor and I mean, this is even with nothing in the power distributor, and I'm still holding the beams a lot longer than they were. Which in turn does more damage because I can actually hold more firepower on them at one time. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Okay. I'm also really happy that I haven't had to use my shield cells and stuff too much yet because of the bi-weave. Now that's something that I'd like to upgrade further, is that its recharge would come on, or would recharge faster, and the delay would come on quicker. That would be probably my priority of what I'd like to do with the shield generator. When I go to engineer that, I'd like to be able to... I forget if I actually had started doing some of that or not. Or if I mean, I think I did, but I'm not really sure. Now, the one thing I haven't been doing as much, I noticed this when I went back and was doing my episode 200, was I haven't been doing as much of the targeting subsystems. And I think it was because they kind of changed the... They kind of changed the subsystem up a little bit. To where, what was it, the power plant and stuff wouldn't like just completely cripple things and stuff like that. So it was one of those. It was less I just remember it being less important than it used to be. It used to be that would just utterly destroy a ship if you could take out its power plant or something like that. Good grief! Lay off the chaff already, dude. This is kind of annoying. No, I don't want your shields back online. Sorry. I will say, I don't remember Clippers being this maneuverable, but I'm having a hard time keeping him in front of me. And he's back with the stupid... Every time I get around him and get on an... Every time I get around him and get on an angle where I can hit him, then he's got the stupid chaff going again. You can have it, dude. All I've got is limpets in there. There he's got the chaff again. Hey, I wonder what happens. Can they hold on? If I do some crazy maneuver? Or what happens if I blow him up? Will that...
Confirmed kill.
That's really interesting. So how does that work? Does it take one thing, or does it empty my whole... It took a couple... Oh, it's taking multiples. Well, that's not good. Can I disable it? Repair? I don't know how to fix this. I've never had a hatch breaker attack me before. I don't know what the difference between jettison and jettison abandon means. Let's get our shields back up while we're at it. Where is our hatch? Cargo rack. Power. Durability's fine. What about the cargo hatch? Durability's fine, so there's nothing to repair. I wonder if that's just a temporary thing. We're not seeming to lose any more. Interesting. Canister. None of these are mine. That's the... Well, the limpet is, I guess, but I don't think the Gallite's mine. Tell you what, let's actually try this. We're going to deploy... this, and we're actually going to see if we can go collect our stuff. Is there a way for me to tell? Whatever. We'll just deploy a couple of them. We'll pick it all up eventually. I think it's this clump back over here, because that was kind of the direction I was flying away in. But I don't want to target it, obviously, because, like, What? How did it expire? Maybe I should have waited and deployed them later. I don't know. This is weird. I mean, I'm not sweating it. It was like 5 or 6 limpets or something, or something. I'm not really going to lose sleep over it or anything. Just kind of interesting. Do I not have any limpet deployed now? Wait, why is my cargo scoop retracting? This is so confusing. Now it's deployed. What? Doesn't make any sense. Whoop. Alright. So let's see what it brings me. If it's bringing me limpets or the gallite or whatever, then we're getting the right stuff. But yeah, so... Or phase alloys. That works too. But yeah, so... Galvanize that. We are not in the right spot at all. Nope. Nope. Not in the right place. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for us. I'm really happy with the engineering now. I feel like I definitely want to engineer my shields a bit and see if I can get them either a bit tankier to where they don't drop as quickly, and then when you combine that with the already high recharge rate of the bi-weave, then they might balance out, or do I make it just super recharge really, really fast to where as soon as they stop shooting me, then they start coming back? You know, that's the kind of dilemma. I forget what everybody kind of told me to do. Most everybody had commented at certain points and said what would be the best way to do it. Let me actually check my modules and see if the shield generator shows a... frame shift drive I had engineered, power distributors engineered, beam lasers, shield cell banks, bi-weave shield is engineered. I don't know how to look at it. Oh, show info maybe, reinforce. Trades broken shield recovery time and energy requirements for stronger shields. Okay, so I was going with the reinforced, where you're basically doing, even though the bi-weaves recharge faster, but I was using engineering to make them stronger to where they had a higher recharge rate than normal shields, but would end up having capacities like normal shields, I think was the idea I was going for. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that in the comments. I don't know, I heard something that said I might still have time to make the Genosis or whatever it's called jump. Why is this thing not picking anything up, by the way? It should be picking things up. Whatever. But yeah, so there's... I'm thinking at the time of this recording that there may not actually be... What do you mean no valid targets? There's stuff all over here. Anyways, but I'm thinking that it might end up being available. Wow! Okay, that's right in front of my face. Oh, I guess they can't get their own thing, huh? Makes sense. That's kind of confusing, but I don't see why they can't collect themselves, apparently. But yeah, so I may end up trying to make my way over there. The only thing that concerns me is there's a high chance of there being Thargoid activity over there, which would be cool in terms of videos. However, I'm running pretty snug on finances at the moment, and so if I blow up, I don't know that I'll be able to repair my ship. And that's a big concern to me. So, I don't know if I'm going to go there or not. You can feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. If, like, no, you'd be fine, that'd be cool, let's go do that, stuff like that. I don't know, with the new engineering, I might be okay, but I'm going to look into it. If I still have time, I might make it over there. I'm not sure yet, but I think with that, we're going to wrap things up here. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.